Guys, today we are going to paint our Georgia O'Keeffe inspired nature painting. Let's begin. We're going to start today by mapping out our flower. We're going to start with the center of the flower. And we're going to fill the page or the canvas beautifully. This is often how Georgia O'Keeffe referred to her own paintings. All right, now that we have the center of our flower mapped out, we are ready to begin the petals of our flower. Now, we want our petals to go from the center to the edge. We want to touch as many of the edges as we can. All right, now that we have our flower mapped out on our page, we are ready to begin painting. So let's get started. As we start today, we are going to start by getting our brush wet. And we always start with yellow. Yellow is the weakest color on the color wheel. We always start with yellow because if yellow were to touch any other color, it would change. I like to refer to yellow as the weakest color. If it were going to arm wrestle any other color on the color wheel, it would lose every time. And just a reminder, we hold our brush like an artist towards the end, and we brush nice and slow and in one direction. All right, great job. Now we're ready to move along on the color wheel. Orange will be our next color. And as you can see, as we overlap the orange with the yellow, it overpowers the yellow and gives us an opportunity to play around with blending. All right, now that we have the orange over the yellow, we are ready to add that punch of color to our painting, and we are going to move along on the color wheel to the red. Now I'm going to use the red along the edges of the flower and towards the center of the flower, creating a little bit of texture with my brush. Now that we are using red, I would like to suggest that we also have a dry brush on hand. I like to use a dry brush to blend my colors. going to add just a little shade of red, meaning I'm going to add a little bit of black to my red. I'm just going to go towards the center of my flower and add a little bit of a shadow so that we can tell that the flower has some dimension to it, some depth to it. Go back in with some bright red. Working my way towards the center of the flower. And now adding those final details in the center. And some final touches on the flower itself. And now picking up our canvas and painting any areas where our petals would touch the side. Painting the side of the canvas. And now we're ready to paint our backgrounds. Give me just a second because I'm going to get some new colors out. Once you are finished painting your flower, this is a great time to clean your brushes, perhaps get some fresh water, and go ahead and pour the paint for your background. Now, when choosing a color for your background, it is very wise to take a look at the color wheel and choose a complementary color. That means a color that lives across the street from the color that is dominating your flower. That means the most obvious color in your flower. Since the color that is most obvious in our flower is an orange color, we are going to go with blue for the background. Now, when we paint our background, I like to start by putting a nice white, even if you can't see it, border around the flower. Clean your brush. And now I'm ready to activate the space of my background with the blue. And since I painted the white border around the outside edge, it is much easier to blend. Smoothing out any brush strokes. And great job, everyone. And there we have it, our Georgia O'Keeffe inspired painting. I hope you enjoyed painting today. And until next time, keep it classy. See you later.